Okay. Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're here at Lukahs Island, where I am selling off this one. Yeah, I was selling this one off. Alright, so we finished up our job on field 9, and then I started up another one on field 8. So I'm keeping that guy, that tractor, the Fent anyways, as busy as I can doing jobs, because these are not exactly high paying jobs. So, whoops. Okay. Oh man, these roads are twisty, turny, all over the place. All right. I lost my train of thought. Yes, the Fent is working. The jobs don't pay much, so it's going to take us a while to make some money. That said, I have a cedar here. Of course, we are on a tropical island. Why am I not trying things, something different, like sugarcane? Because a single row planter is $32,000. But I could. There's really no reason I couldn't. This is obviously the kind of place that you would. But that said, for the time being, we have a plan drawn out here, soybeans. So maybe next year I'll be able to buy another field and we can work on our rotation from there. I did not buy I didn't buy any seed. I do want to buy one of these small forests and cut it down. But I don't, because it's kind of a nice scenery and there are so few tree options. Pellets, seeds. Let's load up. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Also, you know what I hadn't thought of? Is, maybe I should try some different fertilize techniques on this one? Thinking of going more natural. Okay, I'm back at the shop. Now, I dropped off the cedar over there, and I was discussing something about fertilizing. I wanted to do natural, stay away from the granulized fertilizer, chemical fertilizer. So, came here to buy a manure spreader. And everything, well, not everything, but my things were getting, there we go, see, that was clear. This was all super fuzzy, but now it's clear again. So I had to restart. Well, that ain't right. Does anybody else notice where my slot count is? It's 0 of 0? Something is... Does anybody else notice this? The only thing I can think of is something... I must have a mod or something that's screwing with it. Oh, come on. Ah! Oh, this thing's starting to... This controller's starting to frustrate me. A lot. Oh, inverted. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with as cheap as possible for now. We may change some stuff around later. But for now, we're gonna go with this. And we can fill this up with 18,000 liters of manure. Let's buy ourselves some pallets. We're gonna buy crap. Okay. Okay, there we go. Not a lot of room to hook equipment up here, but that's alright. So, what is there about this door? Help window. Is there anything I should know? Oh, okay. Weird. Not sure why this... the one door that would only be partially closed. But, whatever. We'll give it a shot. I don't think I've ever used this manure spreader before. Actually, I don't use manure spreaders often. I should use them more. But yeah, I was doing a bunch of stuff, and then having some issues, so I had to reboot the game. Oh, I guess I can turn that back off. And I forgot to save the video as I rebooted it, so I lost it. Okay, I'm kind of betting on being able to cover that entire field without running out of fertilizer. On the plus side, it's a pretty tiny field, so really shouldn't be a problem. Whoops, too busy looking down at the map this time. Whoa. Kind of thinking too, something like this, with small fields like this, very high yielding crops like sugarcane and potatoes would come in very handy. Ah, look at that. Might be able to do this field. Actually, if I was a little more careful, I'd easily be able to do this field one more time. Whoa. See, again, that's my controller doing stupid stuff. Alright, I'm going to hook this up, and I should make sure I put the right crop on there. Oops. Soybeans, I think that's what I was going for my first one. See? Like, oh, this controller's really getting on my nerves. Ah, there it goes again. You know what? Let's take a look. Let's do some experimenting here. Because no matter what I do, it's going to be 120. What happens if we go to sugarcane? Oh, look at that. Could do an oat. Seriously. And then from there yeah, from there there's nothing else you can get with the 1.2. Okay, well, let's see what happens if I continue with that soybean format and then go with, oh, I can do, no, it's sugar beet, not sugar cane. Sugar cane's a 1. Let's see what happens if I put potatoes there. Oh, sugar cane drops to 0.95. Pretty much everything drops except for sugar beets. Sugar beet stays at the 1.2, but everything else drops. Pretty much once you do potatoes, you're either doing sugar beet or going to fallow. There we go. Okay, so for the time being, we're going to stick with what we got. If I buy another field, we may try to switch things up. We'll throw in some, we may throw in a bit of sugar cane in the mix, because I would like to get into doing something different. And ever since seasons, we don't get a lot of options unless you're willing to do. I'll leave this here. We're gonna go check up on the other guy. Oh, look at that. He stopped partway through. But unless you're doing things like if you get a Brazil Geo, or you use the American Simplified, which is what I'm using on this one. The American Simplified, it's literally everything is just there. Makes it easy. So you can do whatever you want. It's basically the stock game with seasons. Like you can just, yeah. So things have a pattern to them instead of, you're plowing one field, whereas the next field is still in the first stage of growth, and you get the field next to it, which is needs to be harvested. So yeah, the point of this is to be able to play with a few other things. Needs plowing and needs lime. Does it? Well, would you look at that? It does. Ah, yep. Okay, well. Helper F has not completed their task. If I want to get optimal yield out of this, I need a plow. And I need to get this clown back into gear. I have a feeling this is going to be an ongoing issue based on the angle of this field. Okay, well, let's... That's 130 horse. Doesn't leave me with a lot of options for plows. Oh, that's a 1.2 meter. Well, the 2 meter is a little better than the 1.2. Well, that takes way too much. The other option, subsoilers. I had 3 meter for 90 horse. Really? I don't have any modded subsoilers? I'm going to have to look at that. I think we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with the Caverlin. Oh, geez, see? There it goes again. This controller is got a mind of its own. If you just kind of, if you're just slightly turning like this, it'll just out of the blue shoot off to the left. It only does that going left though. Maybe it wants to be a NASCAR driver. To wait. That seems to be alright. Oh, I'm gonna get myself some chickens too. I did keep the chicken coop. Okay, I'm gonna set worker in this one. You know what I'm also gonna do? Oh yeah. Why wouldn't I do this? Okay. I'm not gonna set a worker. I'm just gonna make this field bigger. Just makes sense, right? But first, I gotta check on this guy. You know what? First, I'm just gonna finish this field. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, well, for now, I think I'm gonna finish this off camera, and we're gonna call this an episode. Remember, like, subscribe, and game on, have fun, and we'll see you later.